is up, you guys? Welcome back to another Jake's Movie Reviews for one of the greatest movies of all time that came out this year, Deadpool and Wolverine. Now, you're probably asking me, what the hell are you doing? You should have reviewed this back in July. Well, I had Comic-Con and I was busy. And it's never too late to review something. Alright, so I'm gonna review and talk about it. Now, what I'm gonna do, since this movie has been out for at least a month now, first I'm gonna do non-spoiler, then the second part I'm gonna do spoiler. Okay. So Deadpool and Wolverine, man, where do I begin for Deadpool and Wolverine? So how it opens up, it it's like it's a funny opening, but I'll get to that later. Um we see Deadpool, we see Wade Wilson. It's like he's you know he's working as a car dealership person, and he's uh he's he's just living a normal life until the TVA kind of arrests him. Um, well, not will kind of capture him for a special purpose that so that uh so the TVA says that Wade Wilson and Deadpool, so their timeline is ceasing to exist. So Paradox, so I'll just say his name, Paradox, one of the TVA members offers Wade to join the Sacred Timeline, which is the MCU timeline. So we call it the Sacred Timeline now? I guess we do. Also, how does Wolverine and Logan get into this? Um so Logan is actually the anchor of um Deadpool's timeline, which Deadpool has to find, and Logan died. His Logan died in 2017's Logan, that movie Logan. So he has to travel back and find Wolverine and go on one last adventure. So okay, I'll get into spoilers. It's really hard to not. It's really hard. I'll go back to the opening. So how this movie opens up is we see Deadpool walking in the winter. It's snowing, and what he's actually doing, he's finding the dead Logan and trying to regenerate him. But what happens is he finds his skeleton of a so the TVA arrests him for committing several time crimes. That explains why Deadpool abused time traveling abilities. So the opening sequence, Deadpool has to stop all these TVA agents from getting to him, and how does he do it? He uses Logan's skeleton parts to try and knock him out. And the song Bye 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 by NSYNC is played in the beginning, and Deadpool, yes, we see Deadpool dancing during breaks, during breaks. um I found this really funny in the beginning. And after that, well, we see Deadpool travel to the sacred timeline, and he actually tries out for the Avengers, but unfortunately gets turned down because uh, he says he needs it. And the Avengers, people need the Avengers. So, and we also get a cameo by Happy Hogan. So this is when I get into spoilers. So if you guys don't like listening to spoilers, please go watch. Please click away from this video and go watch the movie. Then come back here. Then come back here. Then we can talk. Um. So Happy says. Happy denies him join the Avengers because he's just not what they're looking for, and he's like, you know what, we'll still look out for you. That probably means that he'll have a position in the future. I don't know. um so when Deadpool or Wolverine gets not Wolverine Wade when Wade gets back, he uh he works as a car salesman, and he's not good at his job. He's not good at it, and he works with Peter. And then, um, when they go, so when they're having a conversation, the TVA is actually spying on Wade because he's committed so many felonies, and it's also Wade's birthday, so we get some appearances from old faces: Dopinder, Colossus, Yukio, Negasonic, um, the guy from the bar, and of course, Blind Al and Vanessa, um, and Shatterstar and Colossus. If I left those out, I had to work last night, guys, so I apologize in advance. So his party is interrupted by the TVA, and that's when the TVA brings him in for this project and to try and join the sacred timeline, and that makes Deadpool think that he's part of Wade and Deadpool. Wade Wilson is Deadpool, but that makes Wade think that he's part of the MCU, that he's Marvel Jesus. So he does the task. He gets a new suit, but what he realizes is after he can't go home, so he has to join the sacred timeline. Or if he goes back, his universe will die, and he doesn't choose that. So what he does is, when I said Logan's the anger being of Wade Wilson's universe or the X-Men timeline, Deadpool goes out to find another Wolverine, which you can't replace an anger being, but Deadpool breaks all the rules, as his personality. So Deadpool finds a Wolverine, and I love this scene because we see a lot of comic book accurate Wolverines, comic book versions. Uh, we see we see Patches, we see John Byrne, the yellow and brown suit that he fought Hulk in. We see aged of Apocalypse, which is his, like, he has one arm and one claw, and we see a short Wolverine, which is his actual height, which I didn't know by then, but I had to do research for that, and there was so many other variations, and there's one variation was I was not expecting, which I was kind of like, what the shit? It was Henry Cavill as Wolverine, and it was just for a few seconds until Deadpool finds his Wolverine, which is actually a comic book accurate. He's wearing comic book accurate, the yellow and blue suit, which I loved he's doing with a cowl. Um, and unfortunately, Deadpool doesn't do what he's told, so he's sent to the void. So he tries to get out of the void, and he tries to make an agreement with Wolverine. He's like, I can fix your world, if you do this one last job with me. And it's like their buddy cop, like, dynamic duo, like, Logan's hate for Wade. It's like he doesn't know him. This version doesn't know him, who he is, even though he has, like, a drinking problem. And also, I gotta mention this. So Paradox says in the movie that this is the worst Wolverine, and after watching this whole movie, I disagree. I think this Wolverine is amazing. How he looks, it's like, how can you say that? How can you say that? So in the Void, we see a lot of. Of course, we see the 20th Century Fox logo. So Deadpool and Wolverine have a fight next to the 20th Century Fox logo. So a lot of fourth wall breaks in this movie. Of course, because of Deadpool, you have to have fourth wall breaks. There's cameos in this movie. This is why this is a spoiler review, because I want to talk about these cameos, and I was not expecting. Like, one I was expecting. There were two that I were not. Three that I was not expecting at all. We had Johnny Storm, Human Torch. We had Chris Evans coming back for that role. Although he's weak in this. I'll talk about the villain later. But I'm not gonna spoil the whole thing, but I'm gonna have some spoilers. So the next cameo we have is Elektra, which I kind of already, well, with internet rumors, sometimes it's true, sometimes it's not. So it was true. It's Jennifer Garner as Elektra, and we had Wesley Snipes as Blade. And I was like, wait, what? Oh my god, holy shit, That was unexpected. That was unexpected. And we also saw, it's like, I didn't think we were going to see the day for this character, but we did. Channing Tatum's Gambit. We finally get to see it. We finally get to see him, and he does a great job as this character. He played, like, his best performance as Gambit. Now we need to see him more as Gambit. Hopefully, Kevin Feige, if that can happen. And we see Laura X-23, which this is kind of like their team. This is like a team, like a resistance kind of team. So they help Deadpool and Wolverine stop Cassandra Nova, which is the villain, and Cassandra Nova is actually related to Charles Xavier. Excuse me if I can't talk. Um, and her power, she can go into people's minds, but it's like the finger that was disgusting to see on camera. This is why this is rated R and this is in PG-13. Um, there's a lot of Easter eggs, of course, like a sling ring, some strange magic as we saw in the second trailer, which I did not do a final trailer reaction because that had loads of spoilers, so I did not do that. Of course, of the Deadpool variants. The Deadpool variants, so Ryan Reynolds played another Deadpool, but this was like nice pool, so like a nice version of Deadpool, which is or like Canadian Deadpool. Um, there was and a Deadpool corpse, so there was Dogpool. Dogpool was so adorable. There was Lady Pool, which was actually Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds' wife. And Kid Pool is played by one of Ryan Reynolds' daughter. Baby Pool, we have Baby Pool, which I was freaked out a little bit. Like when I was walking, I'm like, this has got to be CGI. That's a real person, right? Because that's kind of creepy to see. Um, Yeah, Deadpool 2099, which I didn't know there was a Deadpool 2099, but thanks for reminding me, uh, Ryan Reynolds and Sean Levy. Um, and we saw Old Man, Logan in that montage of Wolverine variants, but I'll get back to the Deadpool fans. We got Headpool, got Cowboy. So Headpool was voiced by Nathan Fillion. Now I thought Nathan Fillion was done with the MCU after Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, but I guess he's not. And there was also uh Cowboy Deadpool, which is voiced by none other than alright himself, Matthew McConaughey. And there's also references to Loki season 2, Eliath. Um, so yeah, so that's pretty much it. This movie does have a happy ending. It does, but I'm not going to say what it is. But it's this is a great movie, guys. It's not a welcome to Deadpool like and Wolverine in the MCU. It's more of like a celebration of 20th Century Fox's Marvel characters like X-Men, like Fantastic Four. There was a lot of Easter eggs and references, especially characters and especially items in this movie. So definitely look out for those. I've seen this movie 3 times now because this is Deadpool 3. Uh, yeah, and on a scale of 1 to 10, I give this movie 10 out of 10, of course. 10 out of 10! This is my movie of the year! Movie of the year! And hopefully there'll be a 4th Deadpool movie, or have Deadpool be in Secret Wars. Be in Avengers Secret Wars. I'm just being Secret Wars. I'm blanking right now. Yeah, and Hugh Jackman has a great performance as Wolverine, as his character. He's played this character in 10 Marvel movies, like 10 X-Men movies, including his 3 solo films. So, was awesome. It was awesome. This also awesome to see Laura X-23. Like we see more of a relationship with Wolverine and X-23. You know, it's a father and daughter relationship. Although we saw that in Logan, but we saw a lot more. Even though Wolverine didn't know who X-23 was in that timeline. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't want to say like I said what I said, you know, and I don't want to say a lot, you know, after you watch his videos. Like you're not going to see the movie because I gave everything away. I didn't give everything away. I gave some things away. Just letting you know. Um, so thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you're new here, like, favorite, and share. Beetlejuice. I'm not saying his name a third time. That review will be coming. I'm gonna try and do that today. I'm gonna try to do that today. If I don't, I will try my best to do it tomorrow. Transformers 1 review. Yeah, I'm seeing the movie early. So I'm definitely going to do that tomorrow so I can have that out for you guys. And I got some uh, more reviews and more unboxings and reactions to come. And I'll see you next time. Peace.